Hello and welcome. I'm some guy you've never heard of, and this is Pillars of Eternity. Alright, looks like we have to accept a difficulty. Let's see. Not recommended for newcomers to real-time party-based RPGs. Real-time party-based RPGs? I forgot that that's how this was. Yeah, I guess we'll go with easy then.
Five wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Alright, time to make our character. No, I guess we'll go male this time. Let's go with elf, I guess. Let's go with pale elf, I guess. It's on Baldur's Gate. I'm doing Wizard. In um, Pathfinder, I'm doing Ranger. No, let's go with Rogue. I can take Crippling Strike or Blinding Strike. Let's go with Blinding Strike. Maybe put one into Constitution and Resolve as well. Let's put this one in Dexterity. Well, I mean, I'm a pale elf, so it makes sense that my culture would be the white that wins. Let's go with merchant. That would explain why I'm. Well, that would explorer. Let's go with merchant. Alright, I'm currently leaning towards 18 apparently now. Okay, these appear to all be female at this point. Makes sense. Oh, I get to have a voice.
Just say the word.
I've got this.
Let us end this!
Easy now.
Well, now I am the leader of the group.
Show them how it's done!
They'll never know I'm here.
Follow me. Yeah! Not a sound.
Yeah? I've got this.
Let's go!
Time to see and not be seen.
I'll lead the way. You're mine.
Quick and quiet.
Yeah?
Oh, I could have no voice.
Now I am the leader of the group. They won't see me coming. Well, now I am the leader of the group. They won't see me coming. Bring them down!
Let's go with sinister. I like that. Oh, now he needs a name. Alright, let's call him Olafur. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there. Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Alright. Barfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Alright, so who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Alright, what are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Alright, so is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business.
Fair enough.
And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. Okay. Well, what kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
Alright, I'll just see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Right, now, who's the person you said to talk to? Ah, here we are.
Anyone need supply?
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
Right. Yep, we might as well try. My thoughts exactly, he says, unvoicedly.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Tell me about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
Alright, why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Deerwood is a former Adir colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. As much as I admired the Red Saren's work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. That sounds reasonable enough. Out here, I'm just taking it one day at a time. Alright, well, let's see what you've got. Interesting starting weapon for a rogue to have. A pike, eh?
Something else you need? Looks like
Yeah, let
we're
me see
set.
what you've got. Oh, I misread. Sorry. Um, Alright. Okay, good. I for inventory.
Of course.
What was this?
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
The path winds through a narrow canyon. Back the
We
way you
shouldn't
came.
stray too far.
Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans. Okay. Well, looks like we've got a fight.
This is it.
Odema said something about being in business for yourself. I used to transport things people wanted kept secret. Goods, people, stuff like that. Yeah? How is it you happen to come here? I was tricked into transporting something I never would have agreed to, and I'm never going to be in that position again. Hazards of the lifestyle, I suppose. You had to expect it was a possibility, no matter how much you didn't want it to be that way. Indeed, Kaliska. Kaliska breathes in her surroundings. It's been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radic's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of us lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many offers like it in these parts, believe me. Got some big plan in store? You know what? Getting filthy rich. Haha, a man after my own heart. May your luck be better than mine. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odema will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Yeah, why are you here? She sighs unevenly, her eyes searching the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me letters. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guild work in Ixanitil. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Alright, what can you tell me about yourself? Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rauatai and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale she's the only real homebody. Alright, what can you tell me about Deerwood? It's not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how I like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing kinds of things about it lately. People have trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's go get your water. Alright. And we'll have to go get that water next time. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Pillars of Eternity, and I'm some guy you've never heard of.